Bottom G. Bottom G. Yeah, go on then.
Buckets the camera.
Yeah. Picture.
Of course. Oh, Jesus Christ, relax. You're breaking my finger. Jink.
He's better than you.
I see the arms. Nice.
So back in January, I went to my first ever YouTube boxing event after previously always watching online. And I can confirm that this was one of the best nights I'd had in a long time. Other than the fights and the event itself, seeing the people that you grew up watching on YouTube in the flesh made it all that more real and left me with none other than all the motivation needed in growing my own channel. Now after the event, we managed to bump into some familiar faces, including SX, Vidal, Bottom G, and without a doubt, we bought tickets again to the next Misfits where KSI was the headliner. But leading up to this event, from the time between January the 14th and May the 13th, a lot had changed.
Representing the United Kingdom, a Nissan, yeah!
So we managed to get accredited as media for the upcoming weigh-ins at the Kingpin event, and now this was just a whole nother level. With people like Ed Matthews and King Kenny just walking straight in front of us. We definitely knew at this point, we knew that we were getting closer in being involved in the whole influencer scene. And afterwards, while everyone was doing interviews, we gave it a shot ourselves. And fortunately enough, my mate George got a decent one.
Someone is heavy. He just put his arm around me and it felt like the mountain was holding on to me, dude. Look at his hands. I'm a young man to this dude.
Yeah,
I'm 6'4". This guy's like 6'5".
6'5",
yeah, bro.
So
I'm starting to see it now. I put my arm on his back and it was like a piece of wood.
As well as being involved with this interview with Gibb. And as you can tell by the look on our faces, we were just in shock of what had happened. Alongside this, we did some networking. But other than this, we were just so over the moon of the opportunity that we'd been presented. The next day, we headed back to London to see if we could be accredited once again for media. But this time, for the fight.
welcome to the day in the life of an idiot in London. I don't know what's been going on this weekend, but I managed to interview Wade Concept and Faye Sensei at the Kingpin weigh-in event yesterday. Absolutely unreal. For that night, we had no accommodation booked, so me and Roxby had to make our way back to Ben's house in Luton Peak. I don't know if anyone's been to Luton, but I wouldn't advise it. And safe to say, our sleeping situation wasn't the best. Anyway, we haven't yet secured tickets to the main Kingpin event, so hopefully we can get that sorted for tonight. Right, Mission Impossible is underway. We're outside the OVO Arena. With the Mandem, haven't got tickets yet. It's not looking good, but we'll see what we can do.
But unfortunately, due to high demand, we were too late to be accepted.
Well, better luck next time.
So this time for the next event, we decided to get our applications in early to give us the best possible chance of securing them for the next KSI event. And to our surprise, we got accepted.
Let's go, Deji. Let's go, man.
I don't really know where to start. Mad. Initially we were allocated seats, but soon after we had the ability to free roam backstage and in and around the area right in front of the stage. The night started off with my mate Will walking out with Unbear before deciding to completely nearly mess up Korn's entrance.
Making his way to the ring,
And from there, the night just progressively got better. As we were watching the fight, literally everywhere we looked, we were surrounded by influencers, coaches, boxers, YouTubers. And at one point, we went to go sit down to watch one of the fights. Then this guy came down and sat next to us, and it was just casually Dammy from Love Island. And we just had a normal conversation about a lot of things. And for someone I'd seen on TV, I don't really watch Love Island, but I've seen some clips. He was just a very humble person. Now, as we got closer to the headliner, more and more celebrities were appearing. And like I said, we were right in the thick of it. Getting to meet and see the fighters backstage, and also if you wanted to get that opportunity to interview. And after the event, pretty much everyone that was sitting ringside all came out the back at once. At the time I went live on my Instagram because I just didn't know where to look, because I'm not exaggerating when I say that the whole room was filled with celebrities. Then we got to witness the post-fight press conference and of course grab some free prime. Now the reason for making this video is simply just to prove to you what is possible with social media, and more so in my case, YouTube. I wouldn't have been granted this opportunity if I didn't have this channel, but even more so, all of you that have watched my videos over the years. So for me, I'm extremely grateful for all of you, and just for being in this position. Of course, a massive thank you for Misfits for having us, and shout out to Fight Talk, a new friend of ours, for helping us out. But including all of that, if I could thank them, I would just thank my old self for having the balls to start YouTube in the first place. I know comparably I'm not the biggest of channels, but if I could speak to someone who's yet to start and is thinking about it, or just in a similar position to myself, there are just so many opportunities to get involved with. And from what myself and my mates have have done, we've barely touched the surface of it. Sure, you could say that we were lucky to get in, but that luck was only created by predominantly our efforts on YouTube. But who knows where this platform of creators will take us next. So word of advice, give it a go and just get involved with the scene.